Ladies and gentlemen, the Intense Orchestra is back in this new episode of Undertale Beyond the Mountain.
Chapter 111, Family Day. Today is Family Day under Mettaton. Lots of monsters are spending their day with family members. Frisk is about to have a great time with the Dreamer family. Meanwhile in Waterfall, Napstablook is just floating around when a random monster showed up. "Hey, get out of the way, twerp," the monster yelled. Napstablook started to cower up. Mettaton just happened to see that. "Hey. If you talk to my cousin that way, you're really going to regret it, darling," MTT said. The random monster apologized. The dummy showed up, angrily yelling at the monster. "I am just so fudging mad," Dummy yelled. Mettaton told his cousins that they will explore together in Family Day. Dummy calmed down a bit. After all, he does like his cousins. Then, Mettaton, Blookie and Dummy went off on their little journey. Meanwhile, Monster Kid was not in a good mood. Since it's Family Day, MK won't be able to celebrate because his parents died a few days ago. Luckily, Undine was always here with him. She knew that he likes her a lot and wants to spend time with her. MK always wanted a big sister. The little monster felt a lot better. Chapter 112, The Unfamiliar. While Mettaton, Napstablook, and Dummy were exploring, Mettaton went for a sudden stop. "Cousin. What's the holdup?" Dummy asked, annoyed. Mettaton was detecting the area. He will usually get a tingly feeling if he senses something unfamiliar. Then, the trio see a pair of eyes looking at them. Dummy got a little scared. He hid behind Mettaton's legs. "I don't like the way they stare at me," Dummy said. Mettaton wanted to get closer to the area. It turns out they ended up in a grassy area in Waterfall. A bunch of monsters were looking at them. Mettaton wanted to introduce himself to them. As he went, Dummy interrupted him, angrily saying they were looking at him the wrong way. Napstablook just watched, sadly. He wished that Dummy will just stay chill the whole time. "Why I oughta? I will kill you," Dummy said. The monsters just laughed at him. Dummy gets hopping mad. He starts attacking them. Mettaton attacked them as well. The monsters were just fighting each other. Napstablook hated every second of it. All the fighting caused him to cry. The monsters dodged the cousins' attacks. That's when Dummy had enough. He brought a knife. "You're lucky I always carry a knife wherever I go." Mettaton didn't want him to do this. Dummy ignored his cousin's plea. Dummy stabbed the monster in the chest, killing him instantly. "You killed our boss," a monster said. It turns out that the trio were in the Forbidden. They're going to have to get out of there. Chapter 113, Attack of the Cousin Robot. The monsters were fighting the trio of cousins as they tried to leave the Forbidden. Meanwhile, Monster Kid ran to the Dreamer family. He told them that Mettaton, Napstablook and Dummy were in trouble. Frisk and the family ran to see what was going on. They saw fire as the Forbidden was having a serious attack. Frisk and the gang were stunned. When Mettaton saw his cousins getting tortured from the attack, he felt infuriated. "No one attacks my family," he shouted. Then, Mettaton went on the attack. He kicked the monsters with such intense force. He threw bombs at them. Napstablook and Dummy were surprised. Apparently, they never saw MTT acting this intense. Mettaton managed to defeat them. With a final touch, he tied them up and surrounded them with bombs. "Everyone leave the area," he alarmed. Then, everyone ran away from the area. The Forbidden exploded, making the monsters fly away. "Man, this has been a crazy day," Dummy said. Mettaton hugged his cousins. I love you all, he said. Frisk still felt stunned. This has been the craziest family day ever.
Sure was. It was definitely crazy, all right. Now, if you're gonna spend time with your family, make sure, you don't end up in crazy situations like this, unlike what those three had to suffer. But at least they had a happy ending of it. So, I told you that I wanted to give Dummy a more minor role, or a major role, I don't know. After all, he was the one that started the attack in the first place. This is why you should not bring a knife to a family fun time. Anyways, I hope you liked it. I'll see you tomorrow.